What's up, YouTube? This is Mathwas97, and welcome back to my SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager mode. This is the second to last episode of SmackDown, and everything's falling apart. Everything is going to pieces. We're going to lose so many contracts this week. It is not pretty. So, I guess you could almost consider this a bit of a farewell match. Like, this, in some ways, is wrapping up the series before the next week's show, because we're just going to be losing people. So, Funk and Shad, they are both just the bottom of the barrel on SmackDown at this point. They've lost everything. So, and they've had their issues in the past as well. They've both clashed for the US title a couple of times, so they're going to settle their differences in a first blood match to open the show. Then we got the Cruiserweight title on the line. Fatal 4-way as Carlito basically takes on whoever's left. Ric Flair, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy. Fatal 4-way, it's going to happen there. More advertising. We have Elijah Burke versus Marcus Corvan, because they've both failed in their opportunities. Like, they couldn't win the tag titles. Burke couldn't capture the Cruiserweight title, so they're gonna have a grudge match here. If Corvan wins, maybe he could try to weasel his way into a US title match somehow, although there isn't really, I don't know if there's enough time for that to work. I don't know, we'll figure something out. Then this is going to settle things. CM Punk versus Johnny Nitro. Foley is ringside, not really in any particular corner, he's just watching. But if CM Punk wins, if he can beat Johnny Nitro, then I will give him a shot at the world title. I will boost his popularity and make sure that he can make it into the top 5. If I can. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that happens, though. So, Punk Nitro. If Punk wins, he gets into the world title scene. If Nitro wins, Punk is done. And then Elimination 6-man tag. We fuse our rivalries with the tag champs and the US champ, going up against Snitsky, Sabu, and Sandman. And of course, most of those will reach their conclusions next week, most of those rivalries. So let's go ahead. First blood match, simulate. Shad actually defeat or Terry get that win. So, yeah, Terry Funk really just has no luck whatsoever. Marcus Corvan defeats Elijah Burke, so maybe there's an opportunity on the horizon for Corvan. We will wait and see. And this matchup, it is CM Punk who defeats Johnny Nitro. I'm going to have to give CM Punk the opportunity, so I will work on that. And the 6-man tag, we don't really have to play that, so I will simulate it. And it's the team of, well, it's the champs who get the win. So that's where we stand going into next week's show, the final SmackDown. But right now, Cruiserweight title is on the line once again as Carlito defends against, well, all the remaining Cruiserweights in the division, basically, because CM Punk just beat Nitro, so I guess we don't have to worry about Punk stepping up to challenge him next. All right, folks, this is pretty much the be-all, end-all for the Cruiserweight division. This is basically where things come to an end. This is the send-off, pretty much the send-off for... I mean, I am a little disappointed with how this series is... with how this is going to wind down, just because we're losing all the money, so I'm going to be... I don't know, just circumstances with the challenge I took up at the start of the series. Not, you know, this is where they're coming back to bite me. But hey, we took on the challenge. It was an interesting challenge. We never stood a chance, but at least we did it. We tried. We did what we could, and now we're just trying to wrap up the stories, whatever we got left. The major ones, we're going to be able to hit our major story beats that, you know, we're going to be able to hit those at the proper times, like the tag title picture, that one's covered. The world title picture, that's covered. Unfortunately, the US title scene, I mean, there is a rivalry with that. It just didn't have the same scale that the other two had. And I think that mostly comes down to Terry Funk being a major flop. So that was a little disappointing, but you play the hand you're dealt, you play with the cards in the deck, and you build a house of cards, and sometimes it comes crumbling down. I don't know what this metaphor is at all, so let's just focus on the match at hand. As right now, Jeff Hardy takes down his brother Matt, but Carlito, he's going to take a shot on Jeff with the atomic drop. And he's going to drop him once again with a side Russian leg sweep. Oh, Ric Flair was trying to go after Matt Hardy, but Carlito drops him with a knife edge chop, and no, now a cool shot on Ric Flair. Cool shot on Ric Flair by the Cruiserweight champion Carlito, who now springboard off the ropes. Beautiful moonsault. Unfortunately, I can't go to the top rope because I still can't run. I don't even know how this happened. It was fine the last time I was playing, and now for this session, everything has died. So there's a suplex, Carlito going for the cover. There's a 1, there's a 2, but Flair kicks out just before the count of 3, barely hanging in there. But for how much longer, I wonder? Oh, nope, Flair is starting to go on the offensive a bit. There's Carlito. Oh, well, Carlito was on a roll, but now Carlito starting to... People are noticing that Carlito is doing so well, and they're trying to take him out before he can put this match to bed. So Ric Flair is going after Jeff Hardy here. Matt Hardy, oh, pile driver by Matt Hardy. Taking down Carlito. Is Jeff Hardy with a clothesline. Able to drop Ric Flair down to the mat. Oh, but wait a minute. Knife edge chop by Matt. Matt does not want to allow Jeff Hardy to go for the pin on the much more damaged Ric Flair. As Carlito sees that the Nature Boy is... Oh, saw that he was vulnerable, but Flair... Well, Flair, I was going to say it was just an act, but it was not just an act, because even though he did pull out one of those dirty tricks, that's why they call him the dirtiest player in the game, but even though he was able to pull out one of those dirty tricks, he was unable to capitalize because he's taken way too much damage. And somehow Carlito was able to reach Matt Hardy from there. As now, Matt Hardy is in trouble as Carlito. Whoop. Matt able to hang on, but look out, not for long. Carlito, triangle drop kick. Triangle drop kick. Down goes Matt Hardy. And now Carlito, no. Unable to get his hands on Jeff. Is Jeff able to evade him? But Carlito evades Jeff there. And now look at this. The referee just got knocked down by Ric Flair. It's pure chaos right now. The referee's down, so nobody's going to be able to go for the pin. But meanwhile, Carlito hits a cool shot. Cool shot on Jeff Hardy, so Jeff Hardy is in a bit of trouble. But with the referee down, with the referee unconscious, Carlito's going to try to go for the cover, but he's not going to be able to get the win because Matt and Flair are right there to not break it up somehow. They still haven't broken it up. Okay, they finally got it. Or maybe Jeff just kicked out because, I mean, the referee wasn't able to get there immediately, so maybe Jeff just had enough time to recover. Maybe it was as simple as that. But, I mean, this is pure... This is pure madness, as now Carlito launches himself over the top rope, and now he's, nope, try to get his hands on Ric Flair. But Ric Flair fought him off. Oh, now Carlito, the Cruiserweight champ, goes over the top rope. Ric Flair sends him flying. So now the Cruiserweight champ has been taken out of the equation, as now it's the two Hardy Boys who control the ring. This could be dangerous. This could give one of the Hardy Boys a chance to score the win. However, none of them were able to take that opportunity. Oh, Matt's going to try. Matt's going to try to take the opportunity, but Carlito prevented that from happening. As now, down goes Jeff, but Carlito takes down Matt. Ric Flair hits the ring. Jeff Hardy tried to hit the top rope, but he got shut down by Ric Flair. European uppercut delivered by Carlito. Taking down Matt. Jeff whipped into the corner. As now Matt Hardy's got a hold of the Cruiserweight champion. Matt Hardy looking to take Carlito down to the side, Russian leg sweep. Now Matt Hardy turns his attention to Ric Flair. Oh, and he takes down both men. Takes down both Jeff and Rick with that devastating drop kick. Is Matt Hardy, well, Matt Hardy was starting to build up some momentum there, but Ric Flair shut him down. Is now Carlito. No. Nope, nope. Jeff with the counter. Jeff with the counter. And oh, Jeff Hardy. The leg drop. But look at Matt. Matt Hardy taking a page out of Ric Flair's book. Taking a page out of Ric Flair's book as now Carlito drops the Nature Boy. Oh, but now Matt's in trouble. Matt has been left vulnerable. Oh, the atomic drop. Atomic drop delivered by Carlito is now backstabber. Wait a minute, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's got the cover. Jeff Hardy's got the cover, and Jeff Hardy takes the Cruiserweight Championship. Jeff Hardy steals it. So remember how I said that we didn't really have a story going for the Cruiserweight Championship next time? That this was the end game? Well, we may have just found our rivalry for next week. Jeff Hardy, somehow, I mean, his contract's going to expire, but he just manages to keep himself alive. Jeff, for the entire series, had failed to really gain any success. Matt was the one who went on to capture the Cruiserweight title. Jeff had struggled for so long. He seemed to be on the cutting room floor. But he's able to give himself a bit more worth, because now he's going to take the Cruiserweight title with him if we don't renegotiate his contract. So it looks like Jeff has saved his spot on this show. So how about that? Jeff Hardy, we're going to have to take his contract now, because, well, let's see. For the guys we need to keep Sandman. So I'll have enough for him. We've got Sandman covered. I need to pick up Jeff because he just took our Cruiserweight title. All right, we do still have enough to pick up another person, perhaps. Or should I just focus on keeping Burke, keeping Funk? Really, none of them are very high priority cases. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna pick up Matt. Well, I could really get any of them, but I think I will go for Matt Hardy, because, we got Jeff, so should I have both the brothers? Or should I just go for the highest popularity? I'll think on that. I'll give that a little time to settle. So yeah, we do lose our Matt-Rick rivalry, although there wasn't much of an end game for that, so that's fine. Okay, so we got Jeff back. Jeff managed... Oh, I gotta give him the Cruiserweight title, because with him dipping out of the show for a bit, he lost it, but we give it back. So it looks like next week we're gonna have Jeff versus Carlito for the Cruiserweight title. Jeff just barely manages to give himself a little bit of worth, a little bit of staying power in the series. Maybe not much staying power, but just enough to get him on the final SmackDown. So I suppose that's good enough for him. He has some sort of an impact there. Yeah, I'm gonna take Matt. I'm gonna do that because I don't know. Neither would have really. I don't think any of them would have really been great, but we'll do what we can. Maybe somebody else will pick up Shad, and I could trade for him if I, for some reason, want him on the show. I don't know what specifically I would do with him, but okay. So none of those matter anymore because we have no money to speak of. Skip ahead a couple days, see if anybody got signed. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to get those contracts. We don't care about the WWE draft. That doesn't affect us because I'm not doing another year of this. It's okay. So somebody did pick up Shad. He must have went to either Raw or ECW, obviously, but which one did he go to? He went to Raw. 26 weeks. Jeez. I'm guessing, did they also pick up Finlay? No. So ECW scooped up Finlay. That's an interesting move. And then I guess the other one was Ric Flair. So Slick Rick, I'm guessing, went to Raw then. I must have overlooked him. There he is. Ric Flair. He's over there. Okay. So, there really is not much to do with these. Well, we'll see where I get to. Okay, I said that I would boost CM Punk, so I am going to do that. But I have to be careful with fatigue as well, so we'll do a website interview. +3. Well, let's see where Punk is at right now. Power 25. Oh, he's number 5. Okay, so he's actually good. Provided that he doesn't drop a spot, he will be in contention for the World Heavyweight title, so we can make that work. It can work. So now we have 2 people who are going to, who are going to join Rated RKO in the fight to take down the hardcore icons. Okay. So things are still happening. Here. Although I do want a little bit of insurance with Punk's popularity. He's up to an 89. I can give him one more interview space. One more slot. It's fine. Just have that. Oh, +5, yeah. That's big insurance. Big time insurance indeed. So I could do a tag match with Burke and Corvon, or I could just trade Burke out completely. I don't really know. Maybe I should have picked up Shad just for the popularity. That's probably what I should have done, because then I could have done a 2-for-1 deal. Now the thing is, do I keep Terry Funk? Because, I mean, he's lost so many times. I don't really know what more is there for him to do. Well, okay. Here's what I said I would do. We will just finish up the week. We'll get ourselves... Who needs the popularity boost in the most? I mean, I gave some to Punk. I guess the people who are going to be in the big matches, like Carlito can have some, because after losing the title, we can give Carlito a little bit of love. And yeah, I think that's just where I'll stop. We'll get Carlito. And this leads us to the final show, which I will set up, figure out if I need to make any trades. So we obviously know there's going to be a United... Well, main event needs to be the tag team match. Steel Cage Tornado Tag. Let's get it in there. Edge and Randy Orton taking on Sabu and Sandman. Orton and Edge, they were able to capture the tag team titles, but now they are in the home turf of Sabu and Sandman. Will they be able to defeat Sabu and Sandman in their home, well, not, what's the word? In their environment, their own environment, their specialty, to retain the tag team titles, or will the hardcore icons take it back? That is what we're going to find out next time. We've also got United States Championship. I think we're just going to do the one-on-one. Well, actually, yeah. And we'll make it... what kind of a match? What kind of a match should we do? I'm thinking, like, I want to go for, like, a real car crash. Maybe we should just do the parking lot brawl. Should we? Those matches don't tend to be that interesting with, like, fake outs, false finishes, and such. TLC, maybe? Because there'd be weapons, but then we could just do hardcore. Let's just do hardcore, because that's the most versatile stipulation. So... U.S. Championship on the line there. Cruiserweight Championship. I guess ladder match, because those are always chaotic. So Carlito versus Jeff in a ladder match. Then... let's see. Who do we got left? Because we got to do something with Punk and Johnny Nitro. Who could be in that position? Corvon and Burke, that alliance is over. So I guess I could put Corvon there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I really want them to switch sides. Like, I mean, sure, why not? Why not? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Corvon, he tried to fight against them. It didn't work. So in his darkest hour, in the final moments, Corvon turns against SmackDown and works together with the hardcore icons. Sure. Is there any point in advertising? Like, whose contracts are expiring? I don't care about either of them. We have everybody we need, so I'm not going to advertise. I'm just going to make sure that this is the biggest show we can have. So, should I do title match hype? Title match hype. Tag team titles. Boost that as much as we can, and we will interview Carlito to hype up the Cruiserweight match. So we have that tag match. This leaves us with 4 people. I guess I can put Kennedy on the show because, I mean, he's here. There's no reason really to not do it. These are the Fatal 4-Way of Shame. The Fatal 4-Way featuring the 4 guys who just have nothing. That there's just nothing for them to do. So we have Matt Hardy, Chris Masters, Mr. Kennedy, and Elijah Burke. The Outcasts, the Rejects. Well, not the Outcasts, because I don't want to lump them in with the Outcasts I've created in Universe Mode. At least those Outcasts have a purpose. These guys are just here. The Rejects. We'll go with that, I guess. which is a shame. I wanted this to be a little more spectacular of a final SmackDown, but mainly just have the 3 big matches, I guess. So, that wraps up this edition. Next time will be the final SmackDown, and then all that's left is WrestleMania. So, stay tuned for that, and I will see you next time.